Hello, everyone. Welcome to this week's training. How are y'all doing? Today, we're going to be talking about the questions to ask yourself when you are thinking of shifting your niche as a six-figure earner. And this is for those of you also who are not at six-figure level yet, but I wanted to specifically talk about this for those of you who are close to six figures, already at six figures, or are multiple six figures, because it's such a thing that we misinterpret our desire to change our niche and our offer, and that takes you out of momentum. It takes you out of just being able to continue moving forward in the right direction and really building a compound effect for you to grow. And so I want to give you these questions so that you, before make any decisions about changing your niche, which you are going to feel at some point, whether you're at six figures, at seven figures, everybody goes through this a lot in the beginning, but it doesn't end at the six-figure level or the seven-figure level. You are going to want to question these things. And I want to give you some questions that are going to be really helpful for you to make the right decision and not fix the wrong problem, like waste time fixing the wrong problem. So before we begin, I want to get started by saying what's up. I want to get a feel for how you guys are feeling. So give me a hello in the chat. And how are you feeling today? In one word, how would you describe how you feel today? I got to tell you, let me check in with myself. I'm feeling relaxed because last night I slept like, I don't know, it's like 8 hours, but I had a 3-hour gap where I didn't sleep and I was really kind of stressed out because I'm like, why am I not sleeping? What's happening? And I just wasn't feeling really good. Like last night I ate something, I don't know what was happening. And I just literally thought that I was not going to be able to show up for today. So I slept in and I feel so much better today and actually feel relaxed, like it's all going to be good. So I'm super curious to hear, how are you guys feeling today? And where are you tuning in from? Can I see you? Are you guys sharing in the chat? Okay. It's 9:33 and still feeling good. I love that, Lucia. I love that so much. Thank you for joining. Who else? What else is going on in your world? How are you feeling? You just in the chat, you just drop one word. What's the feeling for the day? Wonder how often you guys check in with how you feel. Don't be afraid to share. How do you feel? Oh, Laura, 4:30? Holy moly. Thank you for joining live. Are you feeling tired or are you feeling excited? Lisa says, literally tapped into relaxation this evening and recovering from COVID. Oh, I'm so happy you're here. This is going to really lift your spirits. Diana says, hello, feeling down to earth in San Diego. Oh, I love that feeling. So good. Oh my God, we have such a variety of people. France, San Diego, Australia, Sweden. So good. Okay. Amazing. So many cool places in the world. Okay. So let me ask you a question. I'm curious. Has anyone here ever considered changing their offer or their niche? Maybe you've been selling it or you've been trying to sell it, you've been getting some results, but then you start thinking like maybe you're not selling enough of it, or you're just maybe have sold it for so long that you're like, I'm bored. Has anyone ever felt that here? I'm feeling bored of my offer. I'm feeling bored of my niche. Maybe I need to change it. Tell me in the comments. Lucia says, yes, it's happening. Thank you for the honesty. Kate says, I have pivoted several times, and yes, I recently redefined my niche. Amazing. I sell to men and I want to add more women into my service. Got it. Interesting. Okay, great. So wherever you're at, whether you're at six figures or you're not, I want to give you these questions because it's going to be really powerful. And I want to show you what happens that nobody really talks about in the business world. And I'm so committed to bringing more transparency around and normalizing some things that are perfectly normal to happen. When you start selling something, maybe it does work. After a while, maybe you get over it, or you are selling it and something's not quite clicking. So sometimes we feel disconnected from our offer. from our niche or from our delivery, and we think that things should always feel really exciting. Have you ever thought about that? Like, I feel like I'm just not connected to my offer. I don't feel excited. And when we don't feel that excitement, we feel like something is off. And what I want to tell you, the first question that I want you to write down is, what needs to happen for me to redefine my relationship with mastery? What needs to happen for me to redefine my relationship with mastery? Here's why. You guys, mastery is boring. And when we get into business, we are so excited. It's like we meet a brand new person, like a soulmate guy, man, woman, whoever it is. And all of a sudden we feel like all these butterflies and all this excitement. But think about it. If you have had a long-term partner, after maybe 6 months, a year, a few months or whatever, the excitement like comes down and you now feel love. You feel love and you go through all of the trials and all of the phases of a relationship, but know with this expectation that this person needs to feel exciting to you all of the time, right? This is when we start a really intentional relationship for the long term. And the same thing happens with our offers, that we feel like we need it to be exciting, but actually when we get to a point where things maybe start feeling normal, you've been delivering it for a while, maybe you're familiar with it, you start getting bored. And mastery is boring. This is one of the things that I teach inside of my mastermind, the Momentum Mastermind, which is for my clients who go through Magnetize and Monetize, graduate, and now they ascend into this 6-month mastermind, where all we do is master what they learn in Magnetize and Monetize so that they get incredible momentum and double their revenue. So essentially in 6 months, they end up doing what they used to do in a year. They start making in a quarter what they do in a year. And the way we create that is not by doing more and having more tactics and crazy things. What we do is focus on mastery. And we don't know what mastery feels like. Majority of humans aren't masters at anything. We don't ever take the time to master anything. We're just like new, novelty. And so what happens when you just start something new every time, you never get to actually master it and get really good at it, because we hit a point where we're like, oh, this is kind of like boring. Like, I had a client this week that I coached on this. She was like, yeah, I just feel like I've delivered this program so many times and now I'm bored. And now she wanted to change her niche and her offer. And I said, why? Why do you want to change it? Do you want to start all over again? When you change your niche and when you change your offer, you are essentially starting all over again. You got to get your audience enrolled. You got to get yourself enrolled. You have to, get your belief behind this offer, behind this new niche. And so it's more work. So what we think we want, which is excitement, is actually causing us to work harder. And what I want to really invite all of you to think about is, what is it that you need to do to reframe your relationship with mastery? So important to understand that when you feel bored, it's not a problem. It's not a bad thing. You're just not used to the feeling of being a master at anything. This leads me to the second question and the second layer of this, that we get into business, in this online world, we are on, social media, and everybody's talking about how fulfilled they are in their businesses and how their businesses light them up. And it's all just like play and deliciousness, right? Like, you probably have seen it. And yes, so fun, but it's not like that all of the time. And so you see that online and you're like, well, there must be something wrong with me because I don't feel excited about my offer and my niche. So I better change it to something that lights me up and makes me so excited, right? And you guys, our businesses are not entertainment facilities. Our businesses are not here to entertain us so that we feel fun and we're like, okay, yeah, I feel like working today because my business is really exciting. That's not, you're gonna hit, that's unsustainable, because some days, just like in a partnership, you're gonna feel like you love your partner and you're all about them and you're like, yeah, this is my person forever. And some days you'll be like, I want to divorce this person because they're annoying me, right? Are you gonna divorce them and then go and find another person and then divorce them again and then again and then again? Or are you going to be with this person, work through what is coming up, and then get through the other side stronger? Are you going to build that solidity in your relationship? And it's the same thing with your offer and with your business. Your business is not here to entertain you. Your business is here to create value in the marketplace, in the world, based on the gifts that you have to offer, and so that you can get paid. So your business is a money-making facility. Like, let's not get that confused. So I want to give you a second question, which is, where am I making my business or my offer responsible for my excitement? Where am I making my business or my offer or my niche responsible for my excitement? I really want to I want to caution you from making decisions based on a feeling that is fleeting. Like, just something feels off, right? Something feels off or not exciting, whatever. Like, pause. Okay. This is the third question. If you feel like something not exciting is off, whatever, right? The third question is, what is actually feeling heavy? What is it about my offer that is feeling heavy? What is it about my niche that is feeling heavy? What is it? And identify it. Don't let your feeling like your unrevised feelings just guide a decision without actually having grounded in it and actually looked at, wait, I'm feeling this is valid, right? Okay, I'm feeling something's off here. Cool. I'm not saying ignore it and don't listen to that. I'm saying feel it, listen to it, but you don't have to act on it. You don't have to make changes. Pause, think, and identify what is the business problem here. The business problem is, for example, I asked one of my clients the other day, I literally coached in this all week. So it's really fascinating because what was feeling heavy about her whole thing, she was like, oh, this offer is just not feeling right. I don't know. I think I want to change. I want to help like famous people instead. And she was just like wanting to throw the whole thing. And it's such a beautiful offer. She's charging 20 to 30K for it. People are loving it and all the things. And I'm like, okay, pause. Let's listen to that. What is actually feeling heavy? Is it something in the marketing? Is it something in the sales? Is it something in the delivery? Let's identify it. And then she said, oh, what's feeling heavy is the delivery, because I have some clients who feel really good to work with, some others that don't. So I said, okay, now we understand that what is happening is that there's something in the delivery, in the application process that we need to fix, because if you had 100% of the clients that you like, would you feel good in the delivery? And she said, absolutely. I'm like, great. So it's not the offer, it's not the niche, it's just identifying where in the process, what is the actual specific business problem that we get to solve for. And so we solve that problem, and now she's feeling really good and really clear, and there's no niche offer change. We did adjust how she delivers a couple of things, but it was a 1 degree adjustment that is very easy and simple, that is not going to now change the direction of where she's going to go or whatever she's going to be marketing or anything like that. Is this resonating so far? Okay, cool. Awesome. Alex says, exactly. Sometimes we just can't change. We can just change the way we interact with people or something cosmetic or is about us. Yeah, so we need to look at, what I'm highlighting here is that we need to be really specific about what is the 1 degree shift, right? And that is the fourth question that I want to give you. What is the 1 degree shift that I can make or that I can upgrade that would make 100% of the difference? Like, what is a 1 degree change that would make 180 degree difference here? Instead of, let me make a 180 degree change. You guys see the difference? And this is where I really want to highlight that this is something that I know now from years and years of experience as an entrepreneur, because I have gone through the reinventions and the throw everything out the window and and then just like go with the feeling of like, it just doesn't feel right. And then just not like revise my thinking, my feeling, and what I'm going through, and then just throw it all out the window. And so I want to pass this knowledge on to all of you so that you save yourself from those like highs and then lows, flat lines and plateaus, because you're not, we just don't know how to approach these problems, right? And the information that is coming through social media is like, follow what feels good, follow your passion, and as long as you're passionate, you're going to pay forever. And it's like, I wish it was that easy. Like if it was that easy, everybody would be killing it. But we have a business here, a business that needs adjustment and optimization. It's not just fuel of passion. Your passion is just the beginning. And in fact, your passion is going to be also fleeting because it's a feeling. Feelings are fleeting. Feelings change all of the time, right? And so if we are just basing our decisions based on our feelings, our businesses are always going to be up and down too. So really want to give you emotional stability, because in the entrepreneurship, there's going to be a lot that will throw you off in your emotion, in your stability emotionally. I want to help you ground that and understand how to evaluate what you're experiencing and make the right decisions. Okay, let's see what else I got for you. Okay, so another reason why people want to change their niche, and this is more for people who maybe just start a new offer or are just beginning, or yeah, like a brand new offer that they launch. So this is my favorite thing, because I see it all the time, that people choose a niche and choose an offer, and they get really excited, and then they start selling it. And then they start like, their excitement starts going down. They're like, oh no one's buying. Oh, whatever, only few people bought, whatever. And then they're like, oh, maybe I need to change something. And then they start changing things to try to get sales up. Again, here's the thing. This is the question I always ask them. If you were making more money, would you want to change your niche? What do you think their answer is? Can somebody tell me? What would be your answer? If you were making more money in your niche, would you want to change it? Drop it in the... Alex says no. Exactly. You guys, if you want to change your, if you're like, I think I still would, this is for you then. So notice that. So I asked somebody this week that question. I was like, okay, if you were making more money in your niche, would you want to change it? And she's like, no, actually, I'll be really happy. And I'm like, okay, so the problem is not the offer or the niche. The problem is your sales. You haven't learned how to sell this offer. That's okay. This is how it works. This is how we get better at something. This is how we master it, right? We don't just make an offer and then expect everybody to buy the first day or the first month or whatever. Like you have to think about your offer as a human, as a little baby. Little babies don't just run the day after they're born or month 1 or 2 or 3. They first kind of like wobble around, right? And then maybe they go on their belly, and then maybe they crawl, and then eventually they walk. And like, it takes them a long time to be a marathon runner, if they will ever even become a marathon runner, because that might not be in the cards for everybody, right? Same thing with your offer. And we expect so much of us and the offer to just like hit the ground running. And this is why I advise that people don't change their niches or their offers until after a year or 2, even if they want to revisit it, because we need to give ourselves plenty of time to learn how to sell it. Learning how to sell it will make you more money. So if you're ever wondering, this is what's happening to somebody this week. She was like in a bit of a dip. She's like, I haven't really hit my income goal for the last few months. And so she was making all sorts of stories about it and whatever. And I'm like, okay, let's not inflammate the problem. Let's look at what's actually happening. And what's happening is that she shifted her direction with her offer, and she actually hadn't been selling it, because she was like, I'm just not feeling all the way there. I'm not feeling all the way connected to it. I'm not feeling excited about it. I just not too sure about it. I'm like, well, it makes total sense that you're not making any money, or you're not hitting your goals, or you're just, making the baseline that you're normally, that your clients, your existing clients are paying you. The most important thing is for us to really look at, okay, then how do I get better at selling the offer and forget about changing it? If I were to change nothing about my offer and just as the way that I sell it, what would need to be different about my radiance, about my excitement about it without the offer needing to change, right? Like, this is how, you guys, do you think that I'm always excited to sell my offers? Like magnetize and monetize mastermind is like my favorite thing in the world. And there are days when I'm like, not feeling it. Right. But it's been 2.5 years that I've been selling this offer and I've been selling it. I've been showing up even in the days that I don't feel like it, because I choose to generate my own excitement from here and think about my future. Right. My future. This is what I picture ever since I launched it for the first time, when I had 7 people. Right now we have 40 every single round. What I picture in the beginning was today. You guys get that? In the beginning, when I wasn't getting, hitting all my goals or whatever, I didn't stop and think, let me pause and not sell it anymore because something's terribly wrong. I was like, yeah, this is how it goes. I am envisioning the future where I have 40 people every round. I'm envisioning the future where that's just my steady, normal baseline. So I'm going to consistently learn how to sell it better and better and better and better. And here I am. Right? Most entrepreneurs don't give their offers and themselves a chance that long. They want it to be they want it to be a home run right away. And that's what takes you out of the game. When nothing's wrong, but you make it wrong. You think that there's something wrong here. Are you guys getting this? Cool. Awesome. And the last question I had for you is, where are you questioning things that don't need to be questioned? Right? We love questioning our decisions. We love questioning everything. We love looking at what our neighbor is doing, our social media neighbor, our everything. And we're like, that looks so good. I really should be taking some notes from them. Okay, let me go watch their live stream and let me just go adjust my offer. And then you hop on another neighbor's live stream, or maybe you look at their fucking whatever. And then you start doubting yourself. And then you just you go to bed and you're like, God, I did nothing today. I just started doubting myself all day long. Right? Guys, protect your peace and your decisions at all costs. That's all that you got. Your decision-making power is the most powerful power you have. When you as humans, what separates us from every other animal in the planet is our decisions. We get to make decisions. We make decisions ahead of time. And whether we are so afraid to make the wrong decision, right? We're so afraid to make the wrong decision. But in not making a decision, we slow ourselves down, or in questioning our decisions, or in questioning ourselves, all we do is we chip away at our confidence. We keep chipping away instead of building our confidence, instead of building our decisions and standing by our decisions and standing behind what we say that we want. And I'm talking, and this is not just like a rah-rah like situation. I'm talking about your decisions that you make about your offer, about your marketing. Give it space, give it time. Don't question it all of the time. You're going to question it, question it in a beautiful way. Pose questions like, how could I have more fun selling my offer? What kind of fun things I could do to show in even more radiance? What is so beautiful about what I've created? What is so beneficial for my clients? How is this the best thing that my clients will ever buy? Even if there's 100 other people selling the same thing as me, why is my container the best container ever for people? Question that. Right? Bring your brain there, ask those questions, but don't question, I don't think it's good enough. Are people going to hate it? Are people going to love it? Your brain is always going to want to do that. No problem. Don't feel bad if your brain is doing that. Don't make yourself wrong. Just gently focus or gently guide your brain to, sure, maybe people won't like it, but how many would? What if a lot of people do? What if a lot of people experience a huge transformation in their lives? Wow, that's exciting. What is the transformation that's available to them? And then you go talk about it, then you go sell, and you go write content, right? This is the place where you write your most powerful content. So I want to share with all of you that everything that I just talked about today, if this is something that has resonated with you, if you're like, I don't know if my niche is right, I want to make the best decisions, I want to make sure that I'm not questioning myself in a way that's not helpful as a business or in my marketing, in my sales, in my delivery. I want to tell you that it's harder when we're in our own minds by ourselves. This is why I always encourage my clients, and I encourage every single person in the world to have support. And I love supporting coaches and entrepreneurs inside the Magnetize and Monetize Mastermind. And I want to share with you about the Magnetize and Monetize Mastermind because I had no problem selling Magnetize and Monetize Mastermind. It's the best container for clients and for coaches who want to clarify their message and want to attract premium clients. These are the things we talk about inside Magnetize and Monetize. Like this is all extracted from coaching sessions from my clients. And that's why I want to bring it to you and give you a taste so that you understand how to make decisions in your business. What do we do inside Magnetize and Monetize Mastermind? First, we elevate the quality of clients that you attract so that you stop working with clients that you have to drag, that don't pay you on time. And instead, you start elevating the caliber of clients that apply to work with you. So I teach you what are the ways in the first module that you can start attracting those clients to you. Then we look at your offer and I help you make powerful decisions. What is your offer promise? What is going to be included in your offer? How much should you charge? And I help you get so grounded in that value so that you have so much confidence going out to sell it. Then we clarify your message so that you can go and sell the offer with the right words so that people understand clearly the value of what you do and feel like, oh my God, of course, I want to work with her. The price totally makes sense. Even if it's premium, she's the right person for me or he's the right person for me. And then I teach you how to write content to sell this offer. Content that is not just like boring ass stuff. Like literally, if you read my stuff, you know that is really good. I teach you how to write content that really captures people's attention. And we have a copy coach inside of the container that revisits, reads, and edits. Doesn't edit, but gives you recommendations for your content Monday through to Friday, you guys. You will not find this anywhere. It's like you have a copywriter in your back pocket so that your offers convert, so that your content converts. Once you start writing all this content, people are going to start reaching out to you and you'll be like, how do I take this stranger from being a stranger to actually having a client? And I teach you that process to take them from stranger to client in a really beautiful way. We pre-qualify, we pre-motivate them, and we create a simple pathway for people to show up ready, pre-motivated to say yes to you and your offer on the phone. I do teach sales calls, which for me is been the best decision of my life. I don't do them anymore because I had such high demand that I had to stop doing sales calls. So I don't do sales calls anymore, but I give you my process for getting in such high demand where you literally will get to a point where you don't need to do sales calls anymore. And the way that I teach sales, which I really want you all to hear me out and hear, sales calls are not scary. They're the most beautiful moment in time to connect with the human on the other side of the phone, to be the most vulnerable, for them to be the most vulnerable and share with you why they want to transform their life. And that's a really intimate and beautiful moment. And the way we hold space for that human is everything. You don't need to use manipulation. You don't need to use scarcity. You just need to be an amazing listener and a beautiful, loving coach in that moment for the person to feel safe with you and to connect with you. And I teach you how to do that. This is how my clients go from never doing a sales call or hating them to loving them and enrolling premium clients that pay in full at 10, 20, 5,000, whatever your next level price is. So I want to give you all the opportunity to apply for Magnetize and Monetize before we stop the early bird enrollment. Right now, you get $1,000 off. And I'm going to drop the link here. And that is if you apply within the next few weeks before we start really promoting it at the full price. All you have to do is just fill that application. And I'm going to share it with you here in the chat. Click all the testimonials because the testimonials will blow your mind. I mean, we've had people who charge $500 for their group program and then end up charging 6 figures for their one-on-one. Like we've had people who just go from 20K months to 80K months. I mean, we have people from all sorts of different brackets of income. You don't have to be at a certain income bracket, right? It doesn't matter if you're making 2K a month or 20K a month. everything that I teach you is going to help you elevate to your next level, because it's not about how much money you make, is the problem that you're currently experiencing, which is you want to clarify your message because you want more and higher level clients. So it doesn't matter how much money you're making now. I help you make more. I help you elevate the quality of clients that you attract so that you charge more and you can attract more to you. So you fill the application. If I feel like you're the right fit, I'll definitely be a yes, and you can enter the container and access all the videos right away. Start making your money back within the first week or 48 hours. People literally make their money back right so quickly. And then we start the coaching in September. So you have all this time and space to sit with the videos, to watch the content, to start applying, which is why this is the best time to join, you guys. Tell you, the people that have made the most money in the mastermind are the people who join early. The people who join early have more time with the content. So they sit with it, they watch it, they're like really absorbing it, watching it again and implementing it. And so when we start the coaching in September, you have a whole, like you have a head start on everyone. And you will have more time to implement and create more clients. So I definitely invite you all to apply. And if you are no, I will also let you know. And with so much love, I'll give you some next steps for you to continue in your own journey. But I definitely don't ever make an offer to somebody that I don't feel like I can help. So if you have any questions, hit me up on Instagram. You can send me an email and I'll be more than happy to answer any questions that you have about it. And that's what I wanted to share. So let me see what you guys going on in the chat. This has been so juicy. I have to watch Shirley pray on repeat. Amazing. Thank you, Juliana. Oh my God, I'm so happy that you loved it, Carolina. This is the type of vibe. This is what we do inside Magnetize. We coach on this, right? Like then I'll unmute you and then we workshop your specific problem. So this is the caliber of coaching that you would be receiving, okay? Any questions? I'm happy to hang out for a few more minutes if you want to ask me any questions. If you feel complete, if you're shy, totally fine too. No questions? Okay, my loves, if you have no questions, sending you so much love, and I will see you next week for another amazing training. Have an amazing rest of your day. Bye.